Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 and our Newcastle United series as we start the month of November with our fourth very difficult game in a row. You may remember that last time out we suffered defeats to Spurs, Arsenal and Man City all in a row. And now we've got Chelsea at home, so it does not get any easier. Chelsea currently sitting in third place in the league. We'll then go on to take on West Ham away from home before facing Everton at home. The only good thing is we're going to get a lot of TV money from this run, but otherwise it's not good for our points total. When you look at the projections for this game, Chelsea the overwhelming favourites. We're now down to 10th place in the league. Some teams have played more games than us, so there is an opportunity for us to come up. And I don't know, it's going to be a difficult one, this, because if we lose a fourth game in a row, our morale really is going to take a bit of a beating. It's already affecting some players. I'm hoping it doesn't get any worse. For the team in this game, I have dropped Manquillo to the bench, which was a suggestion from one person who I think said, please for the love of God, don't play Manquillo. So Carmona, our summer signing, is coming in at right wing back. We've also got Haidara in at left wing back. He is playing ahead of Marin, who's had a pretty poor time recently. Marino is getting a rare start in central midfield alongside Fernandes. Keane, Sanabria and Cutrone are the three front strikers. Worth noting that all three of them were the top three for Young Player of the Month last month, which is incredible given we lost pretty much every game, but there you go. Lemos, Mbemba and Lascelles are in defence and Onana is in goal. Well, Cutrone kicks the game off here. The team didn't react well to my team talk where I said we were underdogs, which is a little bit confusing. But Carmona tries to come in and gives the ball away straight away to Chelsea. Eden Hazard, the man, having a run. Still going. The tackle didn't work from Carmona, so not the best start for him. But Marino does clean up and finds Moise Keane. Christensen again coming across. He is a very, very good defender in this game. Worth noting they signed Benedict Howardez and Jordi Alba, Chelsea, so a very strong team they've got there. Not too much change across the rest of the side, but they are still a very strong team as Onana sends the ball forward. The header down by Jordi Alba comes to Eden Hazard. Finds its way through to Conte despite our player getting a touch, and Conte switches it out wide to Howardez. I don't think he's a natural right wing back, but he's put the ball in. It's gone to Fabregas, and Kante of all people letting fly on the half volley from outside the box. Fortunately for us it has gone well wide and we are still in this match. We're actually not doing too badly. Some of our last three games have been heavily dominated, but here's Lemos with a free kick short into Marino, who turns and has just put it over the bar there. It is encouraging that we're having chances. We were utterly dominated by Man City and Spurs in particular, where both of those sides got over 30 shots off against us. So we need to show that this tactic does work. I was talking about changing the tactic at the end of the last episode, and I took a look at some of the ones that you guys suggested, but for now I am going to continue with this tactic and hopefully the players will be able to make the most of it. But going in at half time, I'm quite happy to have a 0-0. If we can take this game all the way to the 90th minute at 0-0, I would be exceptionally happy, because it would bring this really, really poor run of form to an end. And at the moment we are still in there. The team reacting well to the positive team talk, and they kick off again. I'm not sure who Hendricks is that they have in defence, not a player I've come across before, but Hazard here on the left side switches it to the right for Howardez. Great tackle there from Haidara, who's actually been surprising me as a pretty good player, but at the moment still goalless and pretty even really across the stats. Chelsea having more possession than us, which is pretty standard with this tactic. It's also quite standard to have the opposition have more chances. I think the idea of this tactic is that you are likely to be dominated on paper, but somehow you still grind out the results. But that hasn't been happening to us in the last few games. So I'm hoping we see that turn around today. I'm not really tempted to make any changes. I'm going to bring Moise Keane off, just because he's down on a 6.2 at the moment, and we've got Perez, who's played very well in the last few games. I'm also going to get Colback a game in for Marino as a ball-winning midfielder for the last 10 minutes, just to see if he can help us out. Colback, by the way, has been put on the transfer list by request, which is fine by me because he's not a great player. Chelsea cleaning up at the back with about 10 minutes to go. Courtois sends the ball forward. We need to not concede now. That would be heartbreaking. But here's Hazard Trying to do just that, he finds Marco van Ginkel. Now Pedro's shot, well stopped by Onana. It wasn't the best shot, it was very central and straight at Onana, who should really always be saving that one. He then sends the ball lunging forward towards Sanabria, but it's come for Chelsea once more, and it's 3-on-3 back there. Van Ginkel gets the ball, hooks it over, and Hazard arriving, hits the post, and we do survive as Carmona gets the ball away. Why he didn't put that into touch, I don't know, but we survived that highlight, and with 5 minutes to go, can we hang on? We are now being dominated in the stats, as you would expect, but it's still 0-0 on the scoreline with 3 minutes of added time. We're going into the final minute. Surely we've held on now. Christensen takes the free kick. There it goes, and it is all over. The terrible run of form has come to an end with an emphatic 0-0 against Chelsea, which I am more than happy with, because we needed to put an end to the rot there. And given that Chelsea were the overwhelming favourites, I'm very happy to come out of that with a point. Well, after finally bringing our run of defeats to an end, we now have a game away from home against West Ham. It's not going to be an easy match. West Ham are still doing reasonably well. They're just above us in the table, 3 points clear. We're now up to 8th though, which is quite reassuring given teams below us have played an extra game. So we'll be guaranteed 8th place unless this game goes really badly and our goal difference suffers. But I don't think that's likely to happen. West Ham have beaten us so in the last 2 games we've played against them, so we do need to try and turn that around with a win here. The team going out is quite similar to the last match. We've got Keane, Sanabria and Cutrone up front. Fernandez continues in midfield with Diame coming in for Marino. We've then got Haidara, Lemos, Edarabioyo and Lascelles in defence with Carmona at right wing back and Onana in goal. Corner for West Ham, putting towards Lescano, back out to Cresswell, who finds Hernandez at the edge of the area. Chicharito bringing it around the area. Cresswell's ball in, comes to Chicharito again, and he's hit the crossbar. Haidara just about gets that away, and we have a lucky escape. But the pressure's still on as Antonio puts the long throw in. Cresswell down to Lescano. He finds a man on the edge of the area. Drampi has 2 cracks there, can't get the ball in, and it is forced away, but they continue to apply the pressure. Here's Mark Noble. I feel like if we can survive this, we might be able to get hold of the game a little bit more. Edarabioyo keeping the ball in there. I think that might have been a mistake. Chicharito back to Lescano, ball into Drampi, and he does tuck it home. I knew that was a mistake, Edarabioyo keeping the ball in there. Had he let it go out, we would have been fine, I'm sure of that, but instead he kept it in, and West Ham had a pretty much free run at goal, and it could get worse here with Hernandez, edge of the area into Noble, turns, shoots, and fortunately puts it the wrong side of the post. Antonio with a long throw, still in the first 20 minutes, big tackle there, but Antonio will pick up the loose ball. Now Cresswell across to Obiang. Well cut out by Lemos, launching it forward. We've got 3 strikers up here, don't forget. Cutrone to Sanabria, Moise Keane running ahead. It's hit his back heel and he has to track back to get it. Now Diame over the top. Haidara in an advanced position with 4 in the box. He looks for Sanabria and he tucks it home for 1-1. And despite all of the West Ham pressure, we have just scored on the counter-attack to bring it level. Edarabioyo heads it forward to Gedson. Now Moise Keane, tackled by Zabaleta, and Chicharito in a good position. Support arriving, loads of it to his left there. He's going to put the cross in low. Lemos able to clear it away, and Keane trying to track back, but Zabaleta gets there first. He finds Font, who forces it forward. Now Noble to Lescano. Great tackle there by Diame, but it comes straight to Ogbonna. Antonio again. There's an overlap there for Zabaleta, but instead they've gone left, and Lescano gets it finally. He picks out Zabaleta. Drampi to Obiang. You can feel a shot coming. Chicharito has it, and it just bounces off the roof of the net. Drampi with a free kick. Still West Ham absolutely banging on the door. Diame gets it away. You can see the big gap in the middle there between our defensive unit and attacking unit when West Ham have the ball. And I think it's something we need to address. As Obiang shoots, Font there is surely offside. But it's another lucky escape. And Onana really should have held on to that first shot, but it remains 1-1 for now. But you can see West Ham are dominating this game. Carmona with a throw from the right-hand side, picks out Cutrone, finds Sanabria, he goes for goal, and it's just wide of that near post. Haidara with the throw. This is a million-mile-an-hour game at the moment. So much happening. Still only 36 minutes gone. Font heads it down to Lezcano. Now Obiang. Forward to Lezcano again. Good tackle by Carmona. Diame gets the ball, launches it forward, but we can't win the header. Carmona again will try. Finds Sanabria. Ball through to Cutrone. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He goes for goal and he finds the bottom corner. And despite all of West Ham's pressure, we are the team leading in the London Stadium. It is 2-1. And could we finally get a win for the first time in 5 matches? This will be... Sorry, that was 5 matches without a win. This is the 6th match coming up, and can we finally get that goal? Another highlight here. Lemos forward to Cutrone, and we hit them on the counter again. It's a great ball to Gedson. Moise Keane's forward. He's got players in the middle to aim for. He puts it across. Cutrone's there. Brings it down. Puts it over. And Gedson, Carmona. And he didn't follow up. He had a second chance there to put the ball in after hitting the post, but wasn't alert enough. And Gedson's corner goes to the edge of the area for Diame. Cresswell with the tackle, but Sanabria picks it up. Puts the ball in again. Big tackle there, another one from Lezcano, and West Ham survive, but suddenly it feels like the tables have turned. 20 seconds or so to go until half-time as West Ham launch the ball forward. Should be brought down well by Haidara there. He puts it on to Keane, who finds Sanabria. Is there time for another goal here? Certainly time for a highlight. Keane picks up the ball on the wing. He then finds Gedson inside, who reverses it. Comes to Cutrone, and it's off the post again from us. And it really could be 4-4 in this game, but luckily for us it is still 2-1, and I am very happy with the team finally winning a match, and hopefully we can see this out in the second half and pick up 3 crucial points. Free kick, edge of the area, Haidara puts it in, Adara Bioyo is in there, and he makes it 3-1, making up for the mistake he made for West Ham's goal. But this time he gets his first goal for the club, and it is 3-1 now to us. Not a deserved scoreline, I would say, but we have just been far more clinical than West Ham, and we are leading this game with a little bit of an insurance policy. Another highlight here, still only 50 minutes gone in this game, as Lemos puts it forward to Haidara. Reed picks up the ball, finds Antonio. He's cutting in from the right flank, puts it over the top for Chicharito, but the header on. Oh, what has happened there? What on earth has gone on? That's absolutely horrendous. And it's another mistake in defence that allows West Ham to score. They're not really doing it on their own merit. They're doing off the back of our mistakes. And why was Lemos not allowed to get back in position before that free kick was taken? Drampi loses the ball anyway. Now Cutrone has it. He needs to push this forward. He beats Zabaleta, though, I think that was, far too easily. And he's still got 2 men in the box as he finds Sanabria, who hits the post the 3rd time, at least, that we have hit the post in this match. For the first time in a while, we've had a relative period of quiet as Marino launches the ball forward to Cutrone. We've got another great counter-attack here. Pinamonte has come on for Moise Keane. He picks out Sanabria. There's a man at the back stick to aim for. He looks for Cutrone, who hits the post again. And still, we have not closed this game out. 7 minutes of normal time to go as Lezcano puts the ball in. And there's a penalty. What has gone on in the box there? It's a penalty to West Ham. And after leading 3-1... it's now the opportunity for West Ham to make it 3-3. These penalties almost always go in, and Noble, despite the keeper going the right way, has tucked it home for 3-3. And how much are we regretting all those times that we've hit the post in this match? 5 minutes of added time. We've got a corner. Gedson puts it in. Lemos in there to Adara Bioyo, who does it again in the 91st minute. He scores what is surely the winner for us against West Ham. It is 4-3 now in added time, and those 5 minutes are going to stretch out for an age here. 20 seconds of added time to go. Adara Bioyo, of all people, the hero today, possibly the weakest player on paper in our team, certainly even in the squad. And yet we're still in the lead thanks to 2 of his goals. Marino picks up the ball back to Onana, 1 punt forward, and surely the whistle will go. Gedson brings it down. Noble wins the ball, sends it on to Dwampi. Now Chicharito, referee determined to go into a 6th minute of added time here. Dwampi's long shot goes well over the bar, and that has got to be the final whistle, ref. What are you doing? There it is. A 4-3 win, an absolute epic with West Ham that game. I can't believe how much went on there. We did so well to win that game, especially after falling from 3-1 to 3-3. to get that late winner means we've now pushed up to 7th place in the league. We're 5 points off the top 4. Realistically, we're not likely to end up in those positions. But if we can hunt down Bournemouth and Arsenal, I'd be very happy this season. Well, the international break has come and gone for the end of November, but the main bit of news is that there is an update on the Brexit process, and you can see that we are going to need work permits for players from the European Union. Now, this is probably the worst outcome that I could expect. I mean, the good thing is that players already here will not need work permits due to their special status. But it's going to be quite difficult. There's a little update on the work permit rules. And I mean, it's quite difficult the way that the point system works out. And really, it's going to be a gamble if I'm signing a young player that isn't already proven as to whether they will even be able to play for the team. Which means I have definitely made the right decision in going for players like Chris Smalling and Tom Heaton. And I think you'll probably see an even bigger premium on English players after this in the game. So getting in there early before these changes came in was definitely a good idea. And it's going to make our transfer policy a little bit more difficult when it comes to signing wonder kids in the future. Now, we do still have our final game of this episode against Everton to come. We are at home against them. Everton still listed as the favourites despite being down in 12th place. A win today for us could take us as high as 6th in the league, which would be pretty good if we were able to do that. Now, the team going out there for this match is made up of Keane, Sanabria and Cutrone. We've got Diame and Colback in midfield with Haidara, Lemos, Mbemba, Lascelles and the returning Manquillo in the team. For those of you wondering about Manquillo, it's worth noting he has an average rating of 7.38 and Carmona hasn't hit the 7.0 rating, which is why I've allowed Manquillo to start again. And Onana is in goal for this match. Cutrone kicks the ball off to Mbemba. Now Diame on the ball, sends it forward to Haidara. He puts it inside to Moise Keane in a good position, beats the defender, gets it inside and Sanabria tucks it home for 1-0 in just about 18 seconds. We have stolen the lead against Everton at home. Holgate with the throw-in, finds Sandro, now Morales, onto Sigurdsson. He finds Ayew, but Mbemba with a cracking tackle. He puts the ball forward as well to Sanabria. There's another one over the top for Moise Keane, who turns Holgate inside out. He's got players arriving Keane, but Holgate does recover. And Morales puts it forward, but Colback intercepts him well. Now Diame over the top for Keane, heads it into Sanabria. Big tackle, but Keane picks it up again. Puts it to the back stick for Cutrone. It hits the crossbar, and Pickford able to pick it up. But we really had another good chance there, and the number of times we've hit the woodwork this episode is really starting to irritate me. Colback with a free kick in a good position. He plays it to the edge of the area for Lemos, and that has gone high and wide there by Lemos, but it was a really clever free kick, and he was given a lot of room and really should have hit the target. Maguire's header, picked out by Haidara. We're playing really well in this first half. Excellent ball over the top. Moise Keane is in on goal. He cuts inside and it's saved by Pickford once again. Moise Keane not quite living up to the hype just yet, but as a young player he will get better. And Diame picks out Haidara, who strikes it, and Pickford again denies us our second goal. Into the second half, and Everton send the ball forward to Morales on the right hand side. Now it's Sandro. Being forced out wide, he gets a cross in, but Mbemba able to pick it up. He's been very good today, Mbemba. Now Lemos, over again. Colback in a good position, plays it forward to Haidara, who's very advanced. He dinks it over the top, and Moise Keane will get to that. He's got players arriving in the box. He puts the cross in early, but Maguire comfortably able to deal with it. Now Sigurdsson, out wide to Rain Adelaide. He tries to come forward, puts it on to Lemos, who finds Diame. Now the ball over the top, picked up by Sanabria onto Cutrone, who strikes it, but strikes it wide of the post. Gibson with the throw-in, finds Sigurdsson. He looks for Barkley. Diame with a good tackle. Cutrone picks it up. Colback onto Diame. Now Moise Keane plays it in behind for Sanabria. He's in on goal, and it's saved by Pickford again. And I'm starting to get the feeling there's going to be a late Everton goal in this game with the way that we are throwing chances away left and right. Colback with the resulting corner. Looks for Lascelles, but it's easily cleared out, and Gibson concedes another corner, which will probably be taken by Colback once more. He's probably going to go for the near post. He's gone for the back post, actually, and Bemba in there. It comes down to Cutrone. Now Lemos to Cutrone again. Another shot in there. Twice we had an effort and could not get it in, and Lemos can't do anything with the resulting ball. But you can see on the stats, for the first time in a long time, we are dominating a game, and the question is, can we see this one out and get back-to-back wins for the first time in a couple of months? Moise Keane puts the ball over the top. Sanabria brings it down. He's in behind the defence, and Sanabria has put it over the bar. Just 8 minutes left to go. We cannot win this game cleanly. It's staying 1-0, and it's going to be a scrap right to the end. Onana, less than 5 minutes of normal time left, launches it forward to Pinamonti off the bench. Now Manquillo puts it inside to Sanabria. Ball on to Pinamonti again. He's in on goal, and the substitute finally does what everybody else couldn't and kills this game off at 2-0. Unless there is a West Brom style collapse, we are going to be taking 3 points against Everton. Well, just a few seconds left of the final minute of added time. There's a free kick there, but even if Everton do manage to score from it, they are not going to get the result today. It is going to be 3 points for us. I'm not sure what's going on with the highlights. It's been really weird for the last couple of minutes, but it looks like full-time whistle is going to go after this free kick. Morales puts it in. It's cleared out by Mbemba. Pinamonti has it, and the full-time whistle does go. That is a very, very good episode and the perfect tonic to what happened last time out, where we had 3 straight defeats. We've now picked up 7 points in games against Everton, West Ham and Chelsea. That is not bad, and I'd have snapped your arm off at the start of this episode for a run like that. So I'm a very, very happy manager after this 2-0 win. Well, rather annoyingly, the game actually crashed immediately after that final game against Everton, which means that we lost all of the progress that we made. So I went forward and holidayed games, saving and reloading until we got this exact same pattern of results that we had last time. It took quite a while to get there because the results were so good. So the scores aren't the same, but our points total is, because I didn't fancy redoing that, especially as I thought we're not going to get the 7 points again, given how difficult it was to get them in the first place. But this time we had the 0-0 draw with Chelsea, exactly the same as it was the first time around. Then we beat West Ham, another dramatic game. Jack Colback with a 91st minute penalty for the 1-0 win there. And then we beat Everton 2-1 instead of 2-0. So the goal difference, only 1 goal short of where it was before. Moise Keane and Marin getting the goals in that game. And when we look at the league table following those results, we are up to 6th place. We're only 1 point off Arsenal right now and level with Liverpool. 2 clear of Bournemouth, Brighton further back, West Ham even further back than that. So really we're in a pretty ideal place. If we can take 6th place or 7th this season, I'd be a very happy man. Ultimately, I'd like to qualify for the Europa League next season, but the real challenge at the moment is just trying to keep pace with the top teams. And if we continue this form, there's no reason why we can't do that, because we've now got 2 straight wins for the first time in a long time, not since the start of the season. But we've got a good run of fixtures against Bournemouth, Southampton, then Millwall, Watford, Middlesbrough, the 3 promoted 2 of the 3 promoted teams, I think. Which will be hopefully some very good results before we then take on Manchester United. So some exciting games coming up in terms of our prospects for getting higher up the table. That United game will be a tasty one, and then we sort of hit the half point of the season. We've also got the January transfer coming up, and because of the new Brexit work permit system, do let me know what foreign players I should be signing. I'm looking at Wonder Kids right now. If you think there are young players I can bring in, I can get them in right now for an exemption or special status from work permit restrictions. So we need to get players in now. We do have money sitting in the kitty. If we have a look at the board screen, you can see there's £38 million and about 300 grand a week in the budget, so there's no reason why we can't do more with what we've got. So do drop a like on the video if you enjoyed the results in today's episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can also follow me on Twitter for all the latest updates with the channel, and support me on Patreon if you are feeling generous. But until next time, see ya.